Welcome back in studio, guys. As you can tell, there's some little changes here. The graphic is different. So, as you know, in the last few weeks, we had some special guests here. And it's been a success to the stage that we talk about. Maybe the special guests can be extrapolated from cultural talk shows. So, in the future, this segment might become a brand new show. This is this little appendix now that we're going to talk about, because we're going to have a lots of different people, very interesting story on the show. And we're starting today with the one that I'm really excited to introduce to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to have here on the show Chiara Destiny, or like I called it, touch the microphone, like I called it, Chiara Destino. Yes. Chiara, welcome on the show.
Thank you.
And I'll make you feel to be one of the first one to launch this new kind of segment.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. Beautiful. Let me have a little introduction. Of course, Vito is back with me. I don't need to introduce you guys Vito again. But Vito, you know what? Enough.
No,
yeah, we don't need them. Oh, put them away. We don't need them. It's like a family meeting now. It's going to be relaxed. So yes. The reason why I got you, Chiara, is because I know your story. For you that follow sports in Australia, Chiara, it's a Taekwondo athlete. She represented Australia on the world stage already a few times. Best performance was finished 10th.
Yep.
But she's only, can I say your age? I know they don't say age of the ladies, but at your age you can have fun. She's only 21 and she's getting ready to try to get selected for the next World Championship, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
But the most exciting part is that you just come back from a hard training camp in South Korea, which you're going to tell us about in a minute. But before that, tell us about you, what you do, where you're from, your heritage, mom and dad, bang.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm half Italian and half English. So my mom's from Sicily in Italy and my dad is from England. But yeah, I've been doing Taekwondo for 15 years now, so a long, long time, and I've been to the World Championships 4 times and of course finished 10th was my best one. And as you said, I'm trying to go for that again this year, which is why I went to South Korea.
And I have to say, I saw you training at my gym, and you're a beast.
Oh, thank you.
And I already preview the stuff from Korea, but I'm not going to give anything away. We're going to see some video, and I'm going to ask you to tell us a few stories. But before we do that, I would like to show our viewers exactly what you're doing as a discipline, because there's a difference you explained to me between fighting, which you're still doing it, and the discipline that you're also doing. So if Gabriele can show us the video and you can talk us through while we're watching the video, it'll be nice to see exactly. But start telling us about your discipline.
Yeah, awesome. So Taekwondo is split into 2 different sections. There's sparring, which is in the Olympics. It's more of the fighting, right? And then there's pumse, which is what I'm doing, where you have very, very high kicks. It's more of a routine of the Taekwondo movements, which you have to still have lots and lots of power. It's all based off of accuracy and how high you're doing things.
I will never have an argument with you. I'll let you in any. Did you? Okay, sorry. Keep going.
No. That's everything that I wanted to say about it. It's basically just the fighting without the fighting the person.
Chiara, we were talking about behind the camera about your adventure in Korea, and I was shocked about few of the stuff that you mentioned to me. What was because I remember you told me that the big shock was not the training shock, but the cultural shock.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a few things?
Okay, so the culture shock, yep, that was definitely the biggest thing. I don't know how you were shocked. I was shocked while I was over there.
I was shocked to listen to you. That's
crazy. I expected the training to be hard, of course. It was 81 hours of training over the 2 weeks. The first week was just outside of Seoul, but the second week was a training camp, right? What this training camp had me so shocked was because
we got some views, some...
Yeah, right. So
this is like 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. So I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning because it was big training days. You were training for 8 hours a day. You only had breaks for breakfast, lunch and dinner. But breakfast, lunch and dinner was rice and kimchi and noodles and all the foods that are, of course, yum, but not pasta and not the foods that I'm used to. So
Native.
Next time, bring Nonna with you.
yeah, I got to bring someone, a cook, just to do it all.
And low portions, I presume.
Yeah. So it was like a buffet. You had to stand in lines, have your tray, and then you got to scoop it. But like rice was nice the first day, and then the second day it was all right, and then just kind of, I got really, really sick of it towards the end. But it was still really good as an experience. But yeah, then they took away our phones. Right, so no phones, right, which is okay because I understand during training you can't use your phone anyway. No. But we got to have our phone at 9:30 p.m. until 10 o'clock.
And what happened if you don't? Because you told me this. If you return the phone by a minute or 2 minutes later, what happened?
Yep. So my friend handed it in 5 minutes late. Him and all of his roommates had to do 600 squats in the hallway.
600 for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Imagine do that to the kids in Australia.
It was pretty bad. And there were certain rules, and if you didn't follow any of the rules, because they have very specific rules in Korea, you got punished, right? So you had to be 15 minutes early to the training sessions. If you were late, didn't matter how long, if you were late, you had to go running up the mountain and back, which took about 40 minutes to an hour, with a Korean in a van screaming at you all the way up and all the way down.
Wow.
So it was...
That's after training?
No, during training. So everyone would just have to train, and you just would have to go in your dobok,
So you miss your training as well?
Yep, you miss your training. If you're in Crocs or runners, doesn't matter, you had to go running up. It was minus 11 degrees because it's winter over there, so you just had to run as fast as you can and run back. Luckily, I didn't have to do it. I didn't do anything wrong at the time.
I'll be like 20 minutes earlier. I was only thinking about the run. Vito, me and you will be like, don't even go back and sleep. We sleep there just to make sure we don't get punished.
No, and that's what they did. That's what they did. The Koreans would sleep at the training place. This is where we would actually sleep. So we had little hotel rooms, no beds. You'd sleep on the floor. Not much privacy, just one sink and the toilet with some fogged mirrors and the shower. But yeah, we had to sleep on the floor, which obviously that's me pretending to cry.
How many of you in the room?
There were 6 of us in our room.
All girls, I hope so.
All girls.
Okay, at least they can.
But yeah, you just had this little blanket and you just had to sleep on the floor, which you would feel quite comfortable at first until, of course, all the training would hurt all of your muscles. You'd wake up in the middle of the night, you go, oh yeah, I'm in bed. Turn over and go, oh, what's that? And just, pain, So.
Did you had the 8 hours a day of training, it's insane, okay?
It's
and I can tell because I see people training to get ready for a fight or for a World Cup championship at the gym. And it's insane. But then after they go nutritionists, they have their recovery, they do the ice bath, hot tub, sauna. You didn't have nothing of that.
No recovery. I brought my massage gun, which was good because, that would work, and the rollers and stuff.
Okay, you are allowed to use that stuff.
Yep, you were allowed to bring that stuff with you. But you weren't allowed to bring any snacks or stuff or foods,
of course,
which was really annoying. But yeah, no active recovery for that, which was really quite unfortunate. So afterwards, once we got back, I got a massage, which was nice.
Yeah, I saw you in the gym in the ice bath straight away.
Yeah, straight away.
Listen, one thing that shocked me is that that's you training.
Yes,
I can
we
see
did about
fun.
500 kicks, and you can see there's bandages around my feet.
Yeah.
We had blisters and blisters and blisters. And the thing is, if you were injured, you had to just keep going. You weren't allowed to stop. If you were sick, you weren't allowed to stop. In fact, you actually got punished more if you got injured. So they would make you do more running and just more
So even
things.
if you're injured, you're not going to tell?
Nope, they would just tape you up and say, get back in. In Korean, they would just scream at you in Korean. They didn't know English, so that was unfortunate.
Two things that shocked me. The first one, the burpee story. Can you tell me about the burpees?
Yeah, so the 7 a.m. training was our warm-up training of the day. So usually we would go for a run outside, of course, freezing cold. But then some of the mornings it was raining and they thought it was too dangerous maybe to run. So they would make us train inside. So you had to count out loud while you're doing star jumps or while you're doing squats or while you're doing burpees. So we started one of the morning with 350 burpees. So it took us about 30, 40 minutes to complete that. But we were only supposed to do 100 burpees. But of course, people weren't counting loud enough, or if one Korean would stop or one Australian would stop or just anyone would stop, we had to restart from zero again. So all the way to 350, which was fun. Definitely fun.
Unbelievable. Your hips thrust must be burning after that. That's it's insane to do that. And the other thing that shocked me is that you said I will go back and do it again.
Oh yeah, I would. I just want to be prepared this time.
Now you know.
Wasn't prepared.
Because I'm happy to come and be the chef.
Yeah.
Set up a little camp.
Bring the food.
I'll cook the pizza and pasta for you guys, even for free. Chiara, anything else you want to add for people that are interested in your sports, where you're working, which organization you're working for? Take this chance for some free advertising. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna call your boss after and invoice him for this.
Halls Taekwondo. So if you want to come visit, you can do that. But just remember, you're never too old to get started. My mum, she started when she was 50 years old. Now she's a black belt. So our oldest person was 80 years old. So you're never too old to get started. Stay young and fit is the way to go.
Chiara, can you demonstrate us anything?
Let's do a front kick.
To Vito's face or my face?
I reckon we'll go to yours.
I'll sacrifice for you. I'll sacrifice for you, Vito.
Better
I'll
idea.
sacrifice for
Get
you.
the chairs out of the way.
Chiara, you said you don't fight people.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you.
Today.
I'm going to lift my leg up and kick. All right, ready?
Close my eyes.
Set.
Go.
Okay.
Hey!
You're fine.
I feel the wind. Well done. So, coming, are we standing up to say goodbye to everyone?
Yes.
So, one thing we learned today is don't go to South Korea for
training.
No, actually, if you really are into this stuff, it's great to have this experience. But the most important thing for all the boys out there, next time you want to ask a girl out, before you even start the relationship, make sure none in the family does martial arts, otherwise you're in trouble. Jokes aside, Vito, thank you very much for you today, for your always expertise on Serie B. Also, thank you very much to be part of this segment, which is probably going to be something very big coming up forward. Chiara, I'm so delighted that you were here. We've been talking about for a few weeks, messaging. I know you were very nervous, but you've done very good. I think you should have your own show. You're so relaxed in front of the camera. From Zio Armando, Chiara, and Vito, once again, guys, thank you very much for watching the show. If you watch until now, that means you're watching us on YouTube as well. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and give us your feedbacks and help us grow the community more and more and more. Like I mentioned before, on TV and on the radio, we are over 85,000 connections per show every week, which is amazing. Our YouTube video still very low. The community around the YouTube is not that huge. Help us grow in the community as well, because the community grows, the show gets better, and we can bring you more guests, more special segment, and even more better content. Until that day, from Zio Amo, Chiara, and Vito, thank you very much, and ciao.